G'day folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. Vertical Woodland sent me a message, essentially as soon as I hit go live, and I suspected that message was gonna be, by the way, you're muted, because he's got something going on, he can't be here tonight. He just wanted me to know, you know? It wasn't that, it was Soup Frog. I like Soup Frog. Thanks, Vertical Woodland. Alright, it's Fatal Frame. That's definitely what the screen says. There is save data for an episode in progress. Do you want to resume from this point? No. Yes. Why is there an episode in Why is there an episode in progress? I don't remember. My notes say we are doing 11. Find Miku Hinasaki. Right. So that's me doing the clap hands beneath chin. Bro. I have often mentioned that every anime has a degree of anime in it, and it's finding your threshold for anime that determines what a good anime is. This chapter, yeah, this is the anime, so be warned. Miyu's mother, Miku, is on Mount Hikami. Convinced of this, Miyu takes the camera obscura from Yuri's room while she sleeps. Why am I in my costumes? I don't want my costumes, I want to begin the game. There you go. Begin the game. Yeah. Having brought Yuri back from the Lake of the Departed, Miyu stays a while in the antique shop. Convinced her mother, Miku Hinasaki, is somewhere on Mount Hikami, Miyu knows the only way to find her is to follow her shadow. To do so, she needs the help of Yuri's camera obscura. So how are we doing, everybody? How's it going, Grixtras, in the 20 seconds since I was last speaking to you? I saw Mother's trace disappear in the cemetery. Maybe I'll be able to find something if I examine it using the camera obscura. I wonder if I can borrow it one more time. I mean, it sounds to me like Yuri doesn't have a choice. Like, I'm just gonna take it. The camera should be in Yuri's room. Also, I was talking about a bit of the character design last time I played this. How Miyu does things that her model does things that the character should not be able to do. Like what? Nothing. It's fine. This outfit didn't look super great to me. It looks incredibly cold, and I get it. It's white, and white will do that. But it's like it's white and it's crepe, and it looks incredibly thin, particularly when it gets rained upon. You know. I think it's because it's sleeveless as well. Like, at the very least, Yuri, she's got the off-the-shoulder thing going on. But at least she has shoulders. And sleeves. And the peach has hair. With the camera obscura at my disposal, I'll find Mother for sure. Is this from when my mother went missing? Why would Yuri have this? Subject: Miku Hinasaki. Client: Sachi Iyama. Friend. Token: personal photo. Details: disappeared searching for her missing brother, but was found. Mother of one. Father unknown. Disappeared again 3 years later. Note: photographer. Client is her daughter's guardian. Result: search abandoned. Attempted shadow reading several times, but traces were too weak to follow. Suspect subject is alive, but newer or stronger token is required. It may be that the subject does not want to be found. It's a photo. If I use the camera to follow her trace, I can do it. I can find her.
Using the camera obscura makes me feel closer to the other side.
We're not gonna lip sync that? No? That's fine.
My family had one too. But all that's left of it now is the case. Is that why my mother was spirited away? Because she used a camera obscura?
A notebook has been left on the desk. This looks like Yuri's diary. When I realized I could see things that others could not. When did I? And when did I realize I could hear the voices of dead people? They tell me things. They whisper to me the same things over and over. I have to cover my ears so that I don't accidentally listen. If I listen to them, I'll know. And if I know, I'll accept it. Many, many, many voices all talking to me. Doesn't make any sense. If only I could stop them from whispering to me. Nothing over there. Alright. So, yeah. The rundown through Miku's file essentially talks about where this game takes place in the timeline, if this being Miku's daughter did not clue you into that. This is the last canonical game, currently. And it also talks about what Miku was doing for the last couple of games, because hi. Missed that. No, just says it's raining. So yeah, it talks about how Miku vanished. That would be Fatal Frame of the first one. And then how she vanished again 3 years later. That would be Fatal Frame 3. Fatal Frame 2 being a sequel. A prequel, excuse me. Secretly. Also, hell yeah. Hello, Meep. Enjoy Green Bean. I know I do. I also enjoy the sounds of just massive clocks like that. Good times. Now I have the camera obscura and the photograph of my mother, I'll be able to follow her trace. This time, I will find her. Something I appreciate that this game does. Noise. Something I appreciate that this game does is, it cuts out certain bits of travel. Like, we could very easily have had to just trek through the forest to get up here. But the game said no. The most important part for you is when you get to the station. Which is fair, you know, this is kind of the halfway point between being in the forest and, like, going to the graveyard and whatever lies beyond. And that's pretty cool. Something I think is pretty cool is how, like, nobody wants to address where this stuff is coming from. Like, every night we've come up here, there's been new stuff in the ticketing office. And, yeah, no one's really questioned where it's come from. It's just sort of there. I don't need it. We'll save it for the way back. But yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, right? You telling me this isn't, like, incredibly cold? I dare say it is. Alright, let's... Do I need to deal with you? I don't really need to deal with you. I'm going... I'm going to... You know why? Because now I can go pick up that case of film at the ticketing station. Yeah? Yeah! No, no, no. Pick it up. There you go. I don't know if the game has explained it, or if I have explained it. The mechanic behind getting wet like this attracts more and more aggressive ghosts. Because, as has been established, the evil is in the water. The fact that you are now soaking wet, yeah, the evil knows where you are. It's got a grip on you, and it's coming to get you. I can't say that I particularly noticed that. I don't know if it's because this game is kinda aggressive. It's just aggressive. These ghosts are gonna be showing up and fighting you, or whether it's not enough of them show up to be worth noticing. I don't know. Anyway, here's your pro tip. You just don't have to do this fight. That's not what we came here to do. Also, Rextras can confirm Oh, what's that? You thought you could escape? Well, let me tell you. Right. So, there is stuff available for collection, but this is probably the only part when I've noticed the game becoming aggressive when wet. Specifically this section right here. We have to do this walk a couple more times. And this is the one where it just throws stuff at you, left and right. You've got those flame guys, you've got the pillar carriers, oh, you got everyone. Am I gonna deal with that? No, I'm not. See, look. My score's probably gonna take a hit. But that's fine. What? This way was blocked before. Mother must be... That's a really nice aesthetic, by the way. The bamboo forest with the lanterns and spider lilies. When you see spider lilies in your anime, you know you're in for a good time. And like the gentle rain. Ugh. So good, these aesthetics. Red spider lilies bloom at the edge of the path. They appear to have been carefully planted around the road and the house. There's a scrap of paper on the ground. Did my mother leave this? I was abandoned. 4 years ago, Miyu came into my life, but now I have to leave her. I don't have long left. I can feel that the end is close. Everyone dies alone. But I don't want to be alone. I have learned of a thing called ghost marriage. It's a pair of urns of different sizes. They appear to have something in them. Or did it say they do not appear to have something in them? Which is why it's not letting me reach in and grab something from within. Probably that second one. I've established I can't read tonight. Wow, it's not like that's a really important part of streaming. Now, what you can do is hang around out of the rain like this. You can see how the water gauge is going down. But, save you all a bit of time. We are now completely dry. I like that our clothes fade through the different wetness levels, and it doesn't just go... Last save was about 2 minutes ago. I'm gonna get that ghost. And I'm gonna read what that thing said about the urns. And I'm gonna pay for it by getting grabbed by the spooky arm. That's what you get. I did that. There's a Silent Hill game that did that. It's in Downpour. Yeah, they appear to have something inside them. See, when I read that, I thought, you know, they have something inside them. Like, you reach in and you pull out a case of film, can of tea, you know? No, 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 mute, mute. There you go, there you go. So picky, these characters sometimes. Yeah, Silent Hill Downpour does that. Grandma, hell yeah. I reloaded a checkpoint because I got one of the side quests wrong, and the loading screen tooltip was it worth it? You got the bind lens. I appreciate that it's wrapped up. I'm never using it. A votive picture celebrating someone's marriage is on the wall. I don't know. I like Downpour. People give it grief. I feel like they oughtn't.
Let me out.
Oh! Hey, fella. Are you just... I was going to say, are you still in this building? Yes, you died here. That's how ghosts work. This is my 8th one of these, and I've just figured that out. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Except for this impossible building that shouldn't exist. But you know what? That's fine. Right, where are we going? In there? Oh, that's... I had mentioned previously the doorknobs emit light, and I think that's pretty cool. Yuki, welcome on in. Hope we're having a good day. I'm currently playing through Fatal Frame, the 5th one. Hope everything's going well. It won't open. It's being held shut by a powerful force. The camera is reacting to something. Ah. I'm feeling fine. It has been an odd day, but I'm here. I'm streaming. I'm streaming a game that I really, really like, and I get to talk about the law. And yeah, you know what? That's always a good time when I get to do that. The room with a mirror, just like in the photo. The shadow disappeared from the picture. That's an interesting one, because normally you have to take a picture of the thing, and then that's what makes the psychic pictures work. Is there another one? Whoa! That dodge could have gone a lot better than it did. Well, do you know what? That is good to hear. We do like the streaming community here at CPC Gamer, because that's what a lot of us are and what a lot of us do. Getting ready, because the follow-up to this is that. Always with the extra shot. I could have just not done that. Saved myself around a Type 67. That's absolutely fine. Well, and thank you very much. This is, name is Adelie. Little penguin friend. You know what's cool? Penguins are cool. They are the best animals. All of our emotes, follower and subscriber, are penguin. Well, most of them are penguins. I think I think one of them's bread. I may have turned the bread off for now. But, yes. Drawn by Goldfish Teeth and Moo Moo Milkmaid. Good fellows they are. Yes! Empirical Woodland. That phrase right there, I'm just going to spoil this because I don't think I'm going to be streaming it again. Mika and the Witch's Mountain. I have a letter in that game. Or I'm supposed to have a letter in that game. Deliverable to you, the player. I was never provided with a code for this. And that's what the letter says. I just really like penguins, okay? It was going to be a recipe. It was going to be my grandma's recipe for sugar cookies. But, you gotta fit it into the length of a tweet. And I had trouble enough fitting that recipe onto 45 lines for a different game. Did it, though. But yes, Yuki, well, come on in. Feel free to stick around. Very friendly and welcoming group, I am sure you will find. We've got ourselves a Discord. We've got,
The person you are seeking. They have taken
I got
part
stickers.
in a ghost marriage.
I
You should
have,
rejoice, young lady.
2 baked bean tins and a piece of string. All the things is what I have.
You should fear nothing, child. For you, as a Shadowborn, you too must fulfill your duty and become a sacred pillar.
There you go. That's one of those start off in combat, and fatal frame your way out of it. Kosaka, welcome on in. Her voice acting is pretty good. She was a lot less ghosty in the little intro cutscene just now. You know what I mean? I feel like this is more ghosty, and that was just the old crone. And then her thing is that she uses the little mirror to generate the little purple dealies. There you go. She uses the little mirror to make those purple dealies come and get you. And they're like the soul shards that surround her, except they're aggressive. And the only way to get rid of them is to take a picture. A book with a white cover. Did that old woman write this? The ghost marriage allows pillars to persist longer. Maidens who become pillars must be bound to someone. Sad though it may be, no maiden can endure the pain they suffer within the reliquary on her own. We brought many men here to wed Ose. They all had a change of heart. The joinings failed. I feel she might be waiting for Master Aso to come back to her. But even if he does come, there is no guarantee that she will be the one he chooses. They may have made a promise, but we know that outsiders have fickle hearts. Actually, you say that. Hang on. I do not appear to have set language spoken to Japanese. I mean, not necessarily odd. This came out in...
I don't have much time left.
when did this come out? 2004? This came out at a point when games were charging for that sort of stuff. You would have to
I could go
to
back to then.
buy the extra voice packs.
If things could just be as they were. That is my last wish. Mother.
Let's just
Mother.
ignore that groom for now, yeah?
You. Forgive me. No. No. I won't let you do it. Come back with me. Mew. It's too late for me. Come on. Let's go. Together. Come home with me, please.
Actually, we were talking about you just now, Kosaka, in the nice way. You've mentioned how Yuri can't really control her powers and you feel sad for her, and I agree, because we found a note about how she's just seeing and hearing the dead forever, always, everywhere. And like, yeah, no, that is messed up. Oh, Wales! Well, come on in. How are we doing? You are half done. You are almost all the way. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. How is this a tilt shot? That's like the straightest I've had this camera today. It's fine. I'm doing alright. It's a good day. It's a very sparkly day now that the two of you are here. This we appreciate. Do you know what? I was considering using Crush on that. Glad that I didn't, brah. Let's just top up our health a little bit, shall we? Yes, let's. Excuse you. Now, to an extent, I'm with you there, Kosaka. It would be nice if things were not as, you know, as they currently are. In general, and in, you know, specifically with me, but, you know, you can look backwards, and it's really hard to move forwards if all you're doing is looking backwards. You know what I mean? Oh, there's two of you. Are you just gonna, you'll be fine. See how he pops and locks! I didn't really need to do that crush kill. I just wanted to. See, I don't believe you. See, look, because you got back up again. No! I don't want to. I want to. Oh, he's gone. A large folding screen stands behind the red ceremonial cloth. The screen looks to have been placed upside down, as though for a funeral. Hey, you. How's it going? I hope the aunt's good. So that's one of the weird things with what's going on with the plot. Because I don't know if they outright state it, so I'm not going to for now. I will later, though. But, oh no, actually it will. Because we've heard a term that has not been explained yet. And that term is Shadowborn. So, we will get there. Thought the tall lady was gonna be there. I hoped the tall lady was going to be there. Let's not lie. To Kurosawa's Antiques. It's just over there. See, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Right, so this is part of the anime that I mentioned at the start. These characters are mother and daughter. That is mad creepy. Don't do that, game. Don't do that. Miu finally found Miku on Mount Hikami, where she had entered into a ghost marriage at the House of Joining. Miku explained her desperate wish to be reunited with her beloved, pleading for Miu's forgiveness. Miu led her mother away from the mountain and back to the antique shop. Miu and Miku lay side by side and quickly fell into a deep sleep. That is not bad, given that I skipped out on a couple of ghosts. I could probably have gotten that up to an S if I had fought all the flame priests. Not too bad. Alright, I have a note down here. Chapter 12 is very long. Content warning. I don't know why. I just wrote that. I just wrote that. 12th drop. Rescued by Miu, Yuri decides to continue chasing after Hisoka. Across the mists of the Lake of the Departed stands a massive torii, leading to the shrine on the water. Don't mind me. Yuri ponders what she saw at the Lake of the Departed, Hisoka's shadow vanishing into the thick veil of mist. She recalls the tall torii gate rising from the lake, marking the entrance to the shrine on the water. Could Hisoka be in that shrine? Yuri knows she must find a way across. She goes to investigate the Shrine of the Ephemeral. But yeah, I'm with you. It is a little open to interpretation, but they just get kind of creepy with what's going on with Miku, and I feel it's a reversal of what had happened previously. Hisoka went to the lake on top of Mount Hikami. Of that I am certain. A large torii gate is visible from the lakeside. There must be something out there. If Hisoka is out there, there might be some clues in her room as to why she went. What are you looking at? Okay. Just a desk. We've seen the desk. Because I feel like that's part of Fatal Frame 1 and 3, is that, I guess, spoilers if you're just coming into this on the 5th game, but, like, Miku doesn't get her brother back, and that's the point. The good ending, where he leaves with her, that's non-canon. Oral tradition tells us of the Shrine on the Water. It is said to be the source of life, and home to the sun god. People summoned by the cry of the mountain are said to pass through the shrine on their way to the gods. There are claims of people offering up their thoughts and their souls to release them from their suffering. The shrine appears in several folktales, but unfortunately no trace of the building itself has ever been found. The question is, where is this shrine located? Could it lie on top of a literal body of water, as the name suggests? The Lake of the Departed on the summit is always covered in mist. The silhouette of a torii gate can be seen when the sun sets. If that is the shrine on the water, it is likely that only certain individuals, those granted special permission, were allowed to approach it via boat. A notebook has fallen next to the bed. Is this Hisoka's journal? Everyone has secrets. Secrets they never tell anyone. Secrets that cannot be shared. When people go missing, they take those secrets with them. Maybe it's the weight of those secrets that drives them to disappear. They must want to escape the heavy burden. Someday, Yuri may learn of my secrets, my scars. But then we might finally be able to open up to each other. Maybe I'll be able to face this head-on and make a fresh start. Well, no, Kazaka, it is... How did I get my camera? Probably because Miyu's back, alright? Probably. Is that you?
Forgive me.
Is I've never seen that before. Is that a capturable ghost? But no, the game has outright stated putting people into the box. It's a sacrifice. It washes away all the pain and the suffering, and it takes everything away with it into the water so you can be reborn. And that's what helps to keep the evil in the water in check. Miyu isn't here. Guess she woke up and wandered off somewhere. Why is that? Why are you registering as ghost power? Probably because you're good at seeing ghosts. Insomnia Aaron has redeemed one happy thing a day. Today's happy thing... I'll tell you what today's happy thing is. I, on my lunch break, sat and had a really long, deep talk with Brixtress. And it's not like we need to talk style of talks. We just talked, and it got, you know, it went places, as our conversations often do. And I came away from it just feeling re-energized for the rest of the day, which is good, because today was a day... Ooh, today was a day.
If you leave, you won't be coming back. You're still not sure, are you? You're wondering if you should go or if you should stay.
Thanks, the voices. They're not... The people of Mount Hikami are not strictly deifying the water. The water is like the lifeblood of the mountain. The mountain has been deified. Hisoka is in the shrine on the water, on the other side of the lake. There was a boat in the shrine of the ephemeral. I can use it to get across. This is that, isn't it? Yes. Yes, this is going to be going and finding those keys that I thought I had to find the first time I came here when I did. And I'll tell you what's a nice unifying experience. The Shrine of the Ephemeral. There is a boat here. I saw a small boat here when I found Miu. The Shrine Maiden was in it. It must be the boat they used to reach the other shrine. Something that, to me, is really nice, a good shared experience, is that Rin was having trouble with this section when I found her. Katie was having trouble with this section when I found her. A3 was having trouble with this section when I found them. I have trouble with it. Nobody likes this section of the game. We can't... Like, specifically, the first time you come to the Shrine of the Ephemeral, and you have to find Miu, we all have trouble with it. I didn't want to do that, but what's up there? Did you see something glowing up there? Oh, it's just my torch. Yeah, just my torch. Okay. Or is it? Hang on. Yeah, that must be my torch. Alright. I thought it might be a doorknob. Doorknobs emit a degree of light. In the previous chapter, shining my torch at the door made the doorknob light up. So I was wondering, is there like a misplaced doorknob trigger up there? Let's go for you. We get him? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I remember this. Yeah, these guys are jerks. You have to get both of them. And if you don't get both of them, then one of them picks up the other one. Quickly, use Midna powers. I'm pretty sure that what we have to do also is get rid of these little freestanding pyres. And that by doing that, there you go. The ancient rituals performed on Mount Hikami continue to this day. If Hisoka is in the shrine on the water, it means she's become a pillar. Yes, so we had to take down the freestanding rods. That way the ghosts would not be able to relight their torch and get back up. And then you take down both of the ghosts at the same time. It mentions the Shrine of the Ephemeral. It seems to be about why it was built. The Shrine of the Ephemeral houses 3 pillars who guard the mountain's pure water. Do I have a count of games I have across platforms? Too many is the answer to that. No. No, I don't. A lot. 1 for caskets, 1 for the Forbidden Flame, and 1 for the water. The water passes through the shrine, purified by the flame. To proceed, one must receive permission from 2 maidens. With the 2 keys, receive the blessing of the maidens on the water. Grabby hands, how dare you! Like, I've said it before, but that's a really good bad mechanic. They last for long enough without doing it that you kind of forget that it's a thing until all of a sudden they go, aha, it actually is! And then deal with it, I guess. And you just kind of have to deal with it. And to an extent, Rickshire, this is why I feel a little bad buying new games. Because I'm pretty sure that I could never buy another game ever again, and I'd still have enough to just stream until I reach the hereafter. It'll be fine. No, I didn't want to check that. I wanted to check that. That's the big dealio, but that's the way I need to go, isn't it? Hang on. To the map. To the map. I can get to where I want to go from here, but golly, that's a convoluted route, isn't it? Let's not take it. I'm going this way. Yes, I am. Buying more games is how we met, technically. And I am so glad that we did. That's a really good effect, by the way. Well, it's very important that whales know how to swim. Oh, whales. And even baby whales must learn. I'm pretty sure they're not just born knowing. So swim lessons are just fine. This way. Bride on the water. Fire in the skies. There's something on the boat. It's a white book with a water design. This must belong to that bride. Stream tomorrow. Absolutely yes. It's more Zeld tomorrow. I have been chosen to be the Great Pillar. This is such an honor. A girl from a tiny village becoming the Great Pillar. The other maidens wept. They wouldn't stop crying, so I had to console them. I will be the Great Pillar. They gave me the name Kurosawa. From now on, I shall be the 4th person named Kurosawa in this series. A gate stands in the water on the far side. The shrine on the water must be on the other side of that gate. The key to that gate must be somewhere in this building. Proceed? Oh, got you. There's a small boat in the courtyard. It must be the boat of passage. If I get the gate over there open, I should be able to cross the lake on the Shrine of the Water. What happened to the text box? Do it again. I saw you flash white. I feel like the torch may have just caught on something, but that's fine too. Category 5 bug. Cannot recreate. Yes, buying games is how we met, and that's good. And, I appreciate it, because, like, man, look at all that we've done together. The door is locked. There are 2 locks on it, one with an engraving of cherry blossom, and the other one of the moon. Oh, that's right, because that's the winning hands in Hanafuda. My point stands. I would need more games, but I'd buy more games sometimes. I do have a wish list, and I look at it and occasionally pick off it. It's fine. It's fine. So canonically, Kosaka, we've discussed this a little bit in, I think, most of the Fatal Frame games, actually. The canon explanation is that girls and women in this game are more spiritually attuned, so they make better psychics and mediums and ghost hunters, and in this case, well, in the case of, I believe, every Fatal Frame title, sacrifices. Are you a new ghost? I feel like you're a new ghost. I haven't seen you before. I don't remember you. We'll see what the completion list says when I get in. It will say that money was just resting in my account. Anyway! Something is hanging there. It looks like a person. Never mind that, kid, because now this is happening. What happened to your face? This is an interesting / really annoying thing the Fatal Frame series does. Like, hey, you want to lock on technology? Because you're going to need it. And, then you can't have it. Hey, there he goes. And, like, in some instances, yeah, sure. You, like with, Sae at the end of Fatal Frame 2 on the Wii. Probably ruins the mood a little bit if you can just Z target and automatically lock onto the final boss. Especially given that she has the ability to, like, quickly teleport around you. And something is on that key. I'm good at this game. Can I do anything with that? Not right now. Well, Kosaka, there's the secret. Fatal Frame 4 and 2 are the same game. How get there? I need to go upstairs. Thank goodness, some stairs. I mentioned I wonder why it's new. I queried whether that ghost was new, because I don't remember seeing, what was it, Shadow Behind Lattice before. But, again, with that said, I have not played this game for about 4 years, if you look at my notes, so there you go. Hisoka is on the other side. And like, one of the reasons they gave lock-on technology in Fatal Frame 4 and the remake of 2 is because it was on the Wii. And this was before Motion Plus. Oh, she's on fire. That is a good look. It really is. It's horrifying. Is that where I need to go? No. But let's do it and get ambushed. Hopefully I get a nice present at the end of it. I'm not going to get a nice present at the end of it. Alright, get ready. Lots of big red spectral indicators on the screen any minute now. I am surprised. A box appeared at the foot of the statue. It contains a plate key and a notebook. Cherry blossoms are engraved on this key. It's a white book with a water design. Through training, Shrine Maidens approach death. The closer they get, the more they lose themselves, but the maiden must keep strong. By getting closer to death, it is possible to know everything. This is how we are able to glance at people's thoughts. We all leave behind powerful echoes of ourself, and as long as these echoes remain, a soul cannot move on. A new Shrine Maiden must help the soul pass to the Netherworld. They must take on those final thoughts, resonate with them, and continue to embrace them. This is the Shrine Maiden's true role. You tell me that's not a hidden dev ghost? It should be. I would have made it one. Alright, fine. You played a little sneaky on me, game. I fully expected something like that to show up, just not right now. There we go. That's not quite what I had intended to do, but it's a hit, so I'll take it. that gonna be enough? Yeah, that's enough. I got Crush ready to go. Do I need it? Probably not. Where are you? I may have needed that. Thank you, Crush Bra. Well, Yuri's whole thing is that she is particularly spiritually attuned. We found some of her notebooks saying that she's been seeing and hearing ghosts for as long as she can remember. And yeah, no, that's gonna mess a person up. I wouldn't want to just be aware of the dead all around me and hear them and see them and ooh, goodness no. No, thank you. Remember that I see dead people? I've seen that. I wouldn't like to see that at all. Okay, this way. And then double back around, and then upstairs. There we go. Thank goodness I have this weird fourth wall breaking map, so that I can figure out where I need to go. In theory. Wait. Oh wait, no, 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 that works, that works, that works. Because now, I can go this way, through that door, and then the one on the left will be, the lily key. Which is a suit in Hanafuda, rather than a specific card. Lilies are the ones that have the dock, which is quite nice. Rin, welcome on in. Oh, Rin is in ads. Do you know what? I didn't think I ran ads, but there you go. Talismans hang from a box filled with dark water. It looks like there's something in there. Rin's here. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good day. Those without the power shall not be placed in reliquaries. If one who is weak is placed inside, they will not survive the pain of the black water and enter the netherworld. Those tainted souls shall not be given a proper death. Oh dang, hello Rin sister, you should be liked and subscribed to this web zone. And if not, why not? I'm funny. I work pretty hard on what I'm doing. That's a lie. I sit here and I play video games and I vibe with you guys. This is like the easiest thing I've done today. Alright, where are you, you spooky thing? There you are. Hey, wasn't this a set piece in Fatal Frame 3? There it is. Oh, that's where it is. Yeah, so you just get the Zero lens. The one, like the special, this one that I have equipped, that's Crush, which is like Zero, but way better. There's something shiny on the corpse, or whatever it is that's hanging inside the well. I may be able to get it down. Alright, now let's schlep all the way back. Just don't mind me, it's just the furthest part away. This one is my favorite. Like, the story goes places that I'm not entirely comfortable with, but all of the Fatal Frame titles do that. And, I thought that was a door. That's one of those grates. That's, it's unfortunate. But no, I like the variety of settings in this game. I like some of the set pieces and the storytelling. I've raved about, the back end of Chapter 6 being my favorite part of the entire franchise, and it is. I just did this one. But now you have to do it in a small space. Get her? We did get her. Dang it! I could have, if that Fatal Frame chain had kept going. Sure, why not? I just buy more. There we go. So, first of all, Rin. Yes, there is a well in just this little out-there room like that in Fatal Frame 3. It is at the bottom of the stairs next to the kimono room. 3 has some really, really good elements in it that I think it's a shame that this series has never really revisited. In particular, one of the main themes of Fatal Frame 3 is that the map is made up of people's memories and dreams, which means that at a point it turns in on itself, because if you start dreaming about the map, then the map builds the map into itself, and that's great. And then there's a huge chunk of Himuro Mansion in there, because you know what a lot of people are dreaming about? That messed up mansion from the first one. And like, there's a really good sort of, oh no, moment when you first get that. It's so well executed. I was going to say, this is a trap as well. Also, fan-voted scariest ghost in the entire franchise is from Fatal Frame 3. It's, Woman on All Fours is the name. And, yeah, no, I agree. She can stay all the way away from me, thanks. Kosaka, to your point, symbolism in stuff is absolutely fantastic, and I'm not even going to go, oh boy, did you guys know about media literacy? Oh, she's above me. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Yeah, no, I'm a massive fan of symbolism in video games, and I think it is, generally speaking, it is a lot better to be, perhaps not rely on visual symbolism, but I would sooner a game use visual symbolism than going, hey, do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get why the bubblehead nurses don't have a face? Do you get it? As opposed to just, hey, messed up, innit? Figure it out. Because it does also lead to different interpretations, or, well, no, different interpretations on the same thing. So, sticking with Silent Hill 2, because it's my favorite game in the world. I love it. When I played it, Lady Mappy pointed out a line read that I had never twigged before. And there's a bit when you get to the hospital, and your partner character says, you know, wait a second, I need to, it's fine, it's just a headache, I'll be fine. And Lady Mappy pointed out, how many times has James heard that? Not tonight. I have a headache. I'll be fine. Which, yeah, actually, that makes a great deal of sense given a lot of the symbolism in that game. And that had never occurred to me. And, you know, 24 years later, a streamer friend of mine goes, here's my interpretation of this. And, like, oh my god, yeah, actually, that's really good. It was this way, right? Pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure it was this way. And it bugs me a lot when certain, not when certain, but like when media properties do not trust the player to figure it out on their own, or they do not allow the viewer to figure things out on their own. And there is, so there's two that come to mind for me. The first of all is literally anything that Hideo Kojima has written. Literally anything. This man has no time for anyone reading his work in a way other than the way that he wrote it. He will sit you down and hold your hand and explain to you what he is talking about. I feel like that's a trap. But the game wants me to press forwards, doesn't it? Let's press forwards. And, like, fine, whatever. For some reason, Kosaka, I'm not ignoring you. I'll come back to your point shortly. Breaking Bad comes to mind, because the point where I gave up on Breaking Bad, which I believe is the ending, so good, is there's an episode where a child has been poisoned, and Walter White uses his chemistry teacher knowledge to go, oh, it's probably this poison, and if you want to cure it, well, here's the way of doing that. And the crux of this episode is, how did Walter White know that? Was he using his skills of a chemistry teacher to like, intuit that? Because, you know, the first part of the series relies on that. Is, you know, here's the chemistry behind an explosion. And then, dang it! Here's the chemistry behind an explosion. And then he goes and causes one. That sort of thing. Or did he do this horrendously unspeakable thing? And for the longest point in that episode, I'm like, kudos to you, game. You know, most media properties would just hold the viewer's hand and state what had happened. No, you are leaving it up in the air. Did Walter White commit this horrendous act? Yes! Oh, thanks, game. You couldn't have just... You couldn't have left it grey, could you? I don't like that. I like being able to interpret things and debate things and obsess about them on internet forums, which don't exist anymore. Wait a second, your face has changed. Are there two of you? Maybe not. Anyhow, Kosaka, to your point, yes, it's potentially a case of that the game could be doing a commentary on how, like, not just history, but, oh, you need both keys? I can't just use one and come back? Okay. Like, the cycle of violence is, particularly the cycle of revenge, is horrible, and there are a lot of games that touch on such things. Some of them more sensibly than others. Tekken comes to mind. You know what Tekken is? It's a very serious game about the unbroken nature of revenge and violence in the family. Also, here's yodeling. Hell yeah! That yodeling track is the best. You inserted the reliquary key into the lock. The reliquary is now open. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't trust that one jot. A small box is placed in front of the crouching statue. It contains a plate key. The moon is engraved on the key. Crouching statues. They must represent the Shrine Maidens. I now have the moon and cherry keys. You say how these statues represent the Shrine Maidens. I wouldn't be surprised if they are the Shrine Maidens. Look at them. That's a person. An old text has been left on the altar. I can make out the word glance. To glance into someone is to take on their thoughts, their secrets. The weak do so with a touch, while the strong can do it with a look, a true glance. Howsoever it is done, oh, good word, howsoever. Howsoever it is done, the result shall be the same. This power is of the netherworld. By drenching oneself in the mountain's waters, the heart melts and joins with the water, strengthening the one who glances. Getting closer to death also brings strength, allowing one to take on more thoughts, more secrets. Strong thoughts make for stronger pillars. The thoughts are sealed with the pillar inside the reliquary. To open the box and let these thoughts overflow is to invite disaster and is forbidden. I had a dream once where I was on a raft in the middle of a lake next to a house, my house, and every drop of water that fell into the lake contained a person's dying thought. And there were a lot of, I wish I had done this, and I'm sorry I did that. Some of them were just, hey, is that? And then away they went. And then I looked to the horizon and there was a storm coming, and instinctively I knew that war was brewing. And then last night I dreamt that somebody came to my house to sell me insurance, and I went, no, and barged aside and left. My dreams are wild. What is tonal consistency? So I don't know that that one is the case, Kosaka, and a lot of that comes to the nature of the dolls that are used, and the culture that they are from. So Haniwa dolls, for example, you might know them as gyroids from Animal Crossing, but Haniwa dolls are generally used as indicators for graveyards, and they would not be used in a sacrificial context. They are marker stones, and obviously it's a I'm gonna pick up this stuff before I touch that, because when I touch that, I think that's gonna summon a fight. Oh, give me that Type 0 film, hell yeah. Maidens in the black water, in reliquaries as pillars. The maidens sleep as pillars, neither alive nor dead, reliving the pain of others in a cycle unending. The stronger the pillar, the greater the pain they endure. When the pain is too much, the box opens, and the pillar melts into the black water. This weakens the ward against the shadow spring, and so the mountain cries out in pain. A cry as of the maiden's pain, a sign of calamities to come. Fine, I'll take a picture of it now that I've raided the room. is something in the photo. The gate is open and the shrine on the water's Torii Gate can be seen in the distance. Three maidens. The statue of the water guardian, shrine maiden, turned to face outside. That's where the gate to the lake is. Maybe it's open now? An old text was left in front of the statue, clutching its knees. Once, the black water flowed forth, but three strong pillars threw themselves in, and the shadow spring was sated. The three pillars eventually succumbed to the darkness. They live on as statues in the Shrine of the Ephemeral. The three pillars collapsed, and five more took their place. All of Mount Hikami became a barrier, one the black water could not overcome. So long as Mount Hikami stands, the black water shall never again overflow. On that, though, there is precedent in the game for dolls having spiritual or I say spiritual meaning, not in like the way you and I might mean it, like a spiritual experience at church. More spiritual, like, you know, zoinks! A ghost! Yeah, you stay over there. The camera is reacting to something. Ah! You again? Obviously, I never played it on that console. I can only imagine the terror of doing this on the Wii U and having to, like, try to wrangle the tablet to behave itself. Oh, your face did come off and change. How about that? Go away. So yeah, there is precedent in the Fatal Frame series for ghosts having a degree of, like, psychic, spiritual abilities to them. I'm thinking of the name escapes me, but the Dollmaker Shrine from Fatal Frame 2. Nope, surname escapes me. But the Dollmaker Shrine from Fatal Frame 2, where one of the enemies you fight pretty consistently is a doll that has sort of taken on the soul of the deceased. That was just the soundtrack. I thought that was a ghost coming to get me. It's just the soundtrack. No reason. I just really like having a Type 90 film in my camera. Don't look at me. you've got it. You've got it in one, Kosaka. The people being put into boxes, it is their purpose. They are like, what good is this fire going to be? How good's that going to be? I found it underwater. The people being put into the boxes are happy to go to their death because in doing so and in enduring the pain that they will be enduring, it keeps the rest of the evil at bay and everybody else is happy. I don't like ghosts who hide behind doors. I do not like ghosts who hide behind doors. Did it with, what is it? Yoshino? Why do I have health slip? Little help? How do I fix that? Oh, that's how I fix that, I reckon. Right, first of all, yeah! I was soaking wet. This was losing the health. And you make a good point. Like, yeah, it's essentially a degree of patriotism, where you are chosen to make the ultimate sacrifice and go and save everyone. I should be so lucky. I think that it is a thought, not like a fantasy necessarily, but it's a thought that a lot of people have, that you guys go on ahead, I will hold the line, you know? Because it is, I mean, even saving one life is an incredible honor and an incredibly unlikely occurrence that very few people have had. And you see stories of, like, you know, the guy who lives by the mountain cliffside edge and talks people down all day. That guy's a saint, as far as I'm concerned. Most people will get the chance to, like, if they get the chance at all, most people it's just going to be, like, pulling somebody out of harm's way, or making that one quick move that stops the bad thing from happening. But even then, that's not a frequent occurrence, is it? And so, to be able to do that, I think a lot of people would really, really want to do that, and that's why people would go willingly into these reliquaries. That, yeah, sure, you can have a real bad time of it, but everyone else will not. The end of the hallway has collapsed. Most of the eastern half of the corridor has fallen in. I remember this. I remember this. I think. You know what I'm gonna do? Something different. If I go this way, I can't go this way. It's falling apart. Okay. I remember thinking, why did I always come up here to this platform? Well, because that's where progression is. I don't know. Leave generalizations aside, like, oh, every man's fantasy. 2 girls. Nah, I think I'd sooner, like, save everybody's life, given the choice between those 2. Alright, anyways, let's go through this door. And, continue introspection. Oh, I know what's coming through this door. Look at this ominous framing. No, don't open it. I'm going to, Ghost Hand. You can't stop me.
Hisoka.
Stay away, Yuri. You mustn't be here. I have become a pillar. This is it for me. If I stay here, you'll be safe. So please, just go.
No, I
I
won't
won't let you do it. We seem so much alike. If you still want to die, I'll die with you. You may think that you have no one. That's not true. You're not alone. I'm here with you. So please, just stay with me. Even if it's just for a while. Just a little longer.
Do you remember that time? The promise we made?
Too sad to cry. Welcome on in.
Please.
Happy Pride
Just stay
indeed.
for a little while.
In fact, I'm just gonna go down here. Hey, there you go. Enjoy some Pride in chat. Next, prepare for wrath!
Hisoka!
This is not who I anticipated finding in here. Did that cross shot just miss? Oh, I just wasted a frame of Type 0. I may have done. A migraine with an exam in 2 days. Ew. Both to migraine and exam. No, thank you. do it? Right, so first of all, the answer is no. Do not give up. Like, yeah, I getcha. Things seem difficult, and things may actually be difficult. Exams are kind of designed to be difficult. Like, you gotta know what you're doing and everything. But you have made it to the point where you were able to take the exam. And that's not nothing. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's a third new chatter. But you don't get to chat licensed brace books because you're trying to sell me viewers. No.
Forgive me.
I see. So she's... That's good then. It's hard to explain. I'm sad that she's gone, of course. But I feel relieved. She's been missing for so long. The worst part was not knowing. I just needed to know what happened to her, no matter what. Thank you.
It's all right. I finally found you. Everything's going to be okay.
I feel like if you're hiring the ghost hunters to find your missing person, then your missing person is a ghost.
I'm so sorry. Come on, Hisoka. Let's go home. Together.
So if I may, too sad to
Spend
cry.
more time in this place.
What exam are we preparing for? What exam are we gonna take, and are we gonna nail it? What are we doing? Anatomy and histology? I'm not familiar with that second word. And? No, sounds medical to some stripe. Like, that's is your face also the ringed? No, it's not. You just happened to be at the time I aimed my camera at you. That's fine. Like studying the basic tissues of organs through a microscope. Oh, that's really cool. You may not touch that ghost. She is just gone. anatomy is one of those things, like, got my high school knowledge. That one is the heart. I can do that. And, like, the brain. I think I know what that one is. What is brain? Brain and brain. But really, that's where it stopped for me, because particularly with biology, I got real squeamish. I'm not overly keen on cooking with meat sometimes. You know what I mean? So, like, gather round, children. Today we're gonna dissect eyeballs. No thanks. I am not into this. There's my boat. Get in my boat. Here you go, pet. Have a cup of Ovaltine. That'll make you feel better.
It's nice and warm. It's such a little thing, but I've never really noticed just how much of a difference a little warmth can make. I wanted to jump, but now... Can I please stay here? Just for a while. This is just what I need. Right now.
This one I feel goes back to Kosaka's point that history is repeating itself, time is a circle, because these two have both saved one another in the same way and done the same thing subsequently. We had Yuri and Miyu do the same chapter run up to the Shrine of the Ephemeral and back down again. Just a thought. Yuri boarded the Boat of Passage and was taken to the Shrine on the Water, the final destination for Shrine Maidens set to become pillars. Yuri found Hisoka inside the shrine and took her safely back to the antique shop. The bond between the two of them grew even stronger. Do you know what? I will take an A rank on that. That is not too shabby. Right, how long are you? 27 minutes. Oh, yeah, actually. So what we're gonna do, we'll finish up with this one. Next stream, we'll do that one, which is the last drop. So clearly it's the last portion of the game. There's nothing else after the last drop. Rui, Miyu, Miku, Hisoka, and Yuri have all returned from Mount Hikami. The Dark Sun has followed them. The mountain will not let them go. Ren must protect them. Alone. Man, I love not upgrading my camera and just stockpiling money. I can just afford to buy stuff like that. Rui, Miyu, Miku, Hisoka, and Yuri all fall into an unusually deep slumber. Ren fears that while this persists, the defenseless group may be vulnerable to attack. Time to get back to those surveillance cameras. Oh, did I ruin everything? Maybe. Ren knows he must find out what's going on with Monkey Kami before something comes to pay a visit. Right, ignore the last stream where I said something that happens in this chapter, I think. Okay? Okay.
But sunrise isn't for another few hours.
That is really good vignetting. Is anybody going to sleep under their covers? No, of course not. I've seen one game do that right, and it was the intro movie to Haunting Ground. You think they've got that money for this game? Possibly. It's like a first-party Nintendo game, but like, it's not one of their A titles. It's fine. It's fine. That light. It might be a sign of something strange happening on Mount Hikami. Something might be on its way here again. I should keep an eye on the surveillance camera feeds.
They're here.
So this is something... Oh no, don't dive behind the counter! Oh no! What am I supposed to do with that? This is something I feel works against the game, where... Like here, right? I've got Type 90 film. I still feel like I'm just plinking away at enemy health sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I know the whole point is that you're supposed to, like, get the fatal frames, like that. That's the room Mia and her mother are sleeping in. I've got to rescue them. But, yeah, the point is, you're not really supposed to feel powerful in this game so much, because... Oh, you're hostile. Alright, cool. But even when I've got the full... Like I say, Type 90 film right here, I'm just chipping away at health and not doing a great deal of damage. And I'm playing on normal mode. A3 was playing on hard, which boosts all the enemy health. They were having a real rough time of it. And this is something I feel works against, not this Fatal Frame specifically, but the series in general. Fatal Frame really, really likes to... Was it this way? Yes, it was this way. They up the difficulty by just raising enemy health. Like a lot. Like a lot. Like, don't do that. It's annoying. And there are some things where, you know, ghosts will become more aggressive. They will have, like, advanced attack patterns, for example. I found an old book about Shadowborn. Where ghost marriages take place, tales of children of the dead are often found. They are known as Shadowborn, or children of the underworld, and are feared by the people. The Shadowborn. Once, a man beloved by a girl living in a small village went missing in the mountains. Every day the girl went to the mountain shrine to pray for his return, but years went by and the man never came back. After 10 years, the girl had lost her mind. She went on living and talking to a man who wasn't there. One day, the villagers noticed that she was with child. She said that the man who had gone missing was the father. Ignoring the talk in the village about the identity of the father, she gave birth alone. The baby girl that was born had the missing man's eyes. As for the man, he was an outsider who had stumbled upon the village. It later transpired that he was killed by the villagers 10 years prior. When the child learned how to speak, she asked the villagers, "Why did you kill my father?" So, you know how the marriage lady mentioned that Miu is Shadowborn? And how Miku really wanted to find her brother? And I made that whole anime disclaimer at the start of the game? Hell yeah. I saw a ghost enter the room. Are the Hinasakis okay? They seem to be alright, except for the nightmares. The ghost I saw walk in is nowhere to be seen. Put on some shoes. Actually don't, because you're in bed. But like, yes. This is something that A3 mentioned that makes this game a little easier, is when you're playing the game on harder difficulties, this one specifically, the ghosts become way more aggressive, so there's a lot less, I'm gonna slowly lurch towards you. Does this bug you? I'm not touching you. Hi. Hi. So, like, there's a lot less of this, and a lot more of that. Like, just, I'm gonna launch myself at you and attack you. You wanna get that fatal frame shot? Here it comes! I was originally going to see the live-action Lilo and Stitch, but I can't. They removed everything about Hawaiian culture, tries to Americanize the movie. So, a couple points on Lilo and Stitch. First of all, the animated one, yes, they did a great deal of research into Hawaiian culture and the idea of the sexy coconut bra luau. That's basically just for the tourists. That's not a Hawaiian tradition. And there's a point where Nani brings that up. I think it's Nani brings that up. But yeah, the remake, Ohana means family, and family means get in the car, loser, I'm getting paid. Hell yeah! This notebook looks like it's Hisoka's. Maybe there's some kind of clue in it. I couldn't make it. Just as I thought I had her, she fell. Akari, I couldn't save her. Forgive me. Those words still echo in my mind. Maybe in chasing after Akari, I pushed her too far. I'm so relieved. Thank you. The forced niceties made it so much harder. After that call, I cried so much I thought I might die. She slipped through my fingers. I feel like Yuri will, too. Don't go through her stuff! Mate! I wanted to open the door. Don't go through her stuff. Rude. Rui is breathing quietly in deep slumber. What's that book? It's about folktales surrounding Mount Hikami. I should probably take a look at it as well. Was Rui reading this book before she went to sleep? That's the only time they gender Rui in this game, except for like that one scene which they changed in translation. Water has been deified on Mount Hikami for centuries. The water from the Lake of the Departed envelops the mountain in mist. To the locals, the water is the source of the soul, and where the soul returns to in death. This belief likely spread due to water being tied to everything within the wet and humid climate. The people fear nature, revere it, and live among it. This may show the true character of the locals. So this is one of the things, yeah, that, air quotes, live-action remakes.
Mount Hikami.
I don't like those.
Here on the mountain, water itself is revered and worshipped. Souls come from the water, and it's where they return to in death.
Something on the stairs? Am I to go to the stairs, do you reckon? But, like, it's one of those things where, the aliens in Lilo and Stitch, you can get away with the way that they look in animations because they are animated, and there's that degree of there's something at the top of the stairs. I'm gonna go to the top of the stairs. There's something that's like a layer of obfuscation in animating it versus it being air quotes real, and I'm trying to think of a good example. So for me, one of the examples I came up with was Detective Pikachu. A lot of the Pokemon in that game had the, you know, that creepy fur texture? And I feel like that Totodile should not have a creepy fur texture. It should be, like, wizened scales or something, you know? Something has fallen under Yuri's bed. A book she was reading. It might be worth checking out. There's a ghost under the bed. Hell yeah. Yeah, exactly, Rextras. But in Detective Pikachu, yeah, admittedly they are only there for the briefest of moments in passing, but they have the same creepy fur texture as everything else. And that's where Totodile would look better in animation rather than CG. Same deal with a lot of Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, get blasted! That's what you get! This book looks like Yuri's diary. Maybe there's some clues in it. The words, "I won't let you," brought me back to my senses. They overwhelmed me. The words were so powerful, so absolute. They really got to me. But what really got to me to stick around was something small. Hisoka's favorite words. Sometimes a cup of coffee can make all the difference. Such a little thing, but I never noticed it. Will you shush? Thank you. The beliefs of Mount Hikami are related to beliefs found all over the country. The water is life, and in death the soul must return there. People came to the mountain to return their souls to the mother that gave it to them. To die a proper death. The belief that dying in the mountain's water was somehow proper. This shows a strong yearning for nature itself, with death as just another part thereof. I'm worried about what's going on in the other rooms. I should check the camera feed. Doesn't look like Yuri will wake up anytime soon. It's got to be the influence of this disturbing light. Do you hear that? No, because I spoke over it. That's Fuyuhi! Yuri ventured all over Mount Hikami looking for Hisoka and the others before that. She may have been affected by it. I need to be careful. Yeah, Rickstress can hear it. It's the singing. Fuyuhi is still singing the graduation song. Is that my cue to go find her? I thought that was just like... I thought it was local to Yuri, but no, apparently, Fuyuhi's just in the house somewhere. I guess I'm gonna go find her. Fuyuhi's name is a pun, by the way. The 5 girls who went missing, they have thematic / pun names, which I think is really, really good. That's the exit, right? I can't go that way. Oh, that'd be really good, actually, if Fuyuhi wasn't present. She's just... You just hear her? Especially given that, like, there's very little music in this game. There's a lot of the ambient howling that I like so much. No? Okay. Wasn't that live-action Dragon Ball movie one of the worst movies ever made for the longest time? And everyone hated it. That thing just got slated. Maybe she's in the entranceway. If she's not in the entranceway, I don't know where she's going to be, and I'm going to go back to the cameras, and I'm going to explain this pun. Because I don't remember where the game reveals it, just that at some point it does. So, Fuyuhi, we know this, was part of 5 girls who went up to Mount Hikami. They went to the lake, promoted to corpse, all 5 of them. And the names of these girls were Haruka, Natsuho, Chiaki, Fuyuhi, and Tsuyuno. I forget where the game reveals this, but that's what they are. Each of those names contains a season in Japanese. Haruka has Haru. Haru is spring. Natsuho, Natsu is summer. Pretty clever, right? Aki is autumn, Fuyu is winter, and then Tsuyu is the rainy season. That's why there's 5 of them. Inhabitants of Mount Hikami have long held peculiar beliefs about life and death. People would go there for special rituals and offer their lives to the dark waters of the mountain lake. Mount Hikami has always been known for the many suicides that take place there. I think maybe it's buried in a file that I haven't read.
Souls are born of water, and water is what they revert to. To seek death in the waters of the mountain was to be reborn. A means to a proper death.
Spit that out with venom. How dare you? That's really good, actually. So, you can see that ghost existing in 2 planes. Well done. Ah! That's... What the... What? I knew she was there! I knew I was going to fight for Yuhi! That's why I'm talking about her! Like, right now! That's why I'm talking about Yuhi! What? No! Don't do that! I said it. What did I say? I said I don't like stuff that hides behind doors. And that one from Fatal Frame 2 who does that exact thing. I mean, don't hide in general. I'm not a fan of that. It was one of the foster kids who had a habit of hiding under the stairs, and anytime I came under the stairs, he would just go and leap out at me, and oh, I hated it. That's why I did it, because I would just shriek and react really, really negatively. Hey, wait a second. The Hinasakis have gone. Haven't they? Hi. Hi! What are you doing in my house? Oh no, the Hinasakis are there. Everything is fine. I'm just going to sit here and wait, because nothing is in my house right now. It's fine.
You will not.
I think that's really, really good as well. Let's go for the powerful stuff, yeah? Because now we gotta do this fight in these close quarters, and this ain't happening. That's the closest thing this game has to a jump scare. And I genuinely commend it for not doing a jump scare. The tall woman she just found the camera. She just wanted to say hello. I thought I got both of you. Apparently I didn't catch this one. That's fine. Boop. Now, I've mentioned don't hide behind the doors. She's not there. Don't worry about it. Why would she be in my house? She's not in my house. See? She's not in my house. Everything's fine. The old woman wasn't in my house. It's fine. Really must have been writing this before going to bed. This might be the end. My body's growing colder, and my blood runs clear like water. My body shakes with the mountain. I can't move. I wanted Mr. Hojo to get away at least, but he can't escape. He's become an outsider. He must choose. The one he doesn't choose will be thrown away. I don't think Mr. Hojo will be able to do it, but it's already too late. He needs to choose someone. He needs to end it with someone. Nothing? Nothing. Alright then. Kalsaka, that's why I couldn't spawn Tall Woman. That's why I couldn't spawn Tall Woman when I first played through the what's it? Surveillance mission. Because it wasn't in that one. It was in this one. And I believe that means she's left me a present. Yes! She has! She left me a present. She put that there. Why would you do this? Why would you... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got a mirror stone. I need that. Right. To the telephone. Brief anachronistic moment. That kind of phone doesn't make that kind of ring. Rotary telephones have bells in them. So that phone would go ring ring instead of making that like sweet little chirpy noise. Other than that, 10 on 10, this game has done a really good job of menu. Chocolate banana, 1,000 yen. Blueberry, 900 yen. That's a pretty good menu, honestly. I'd take a banana split for 1,000 yen. This book seems to be about reliquaries. The black boxes found on Mount Hikami were filled with life, with death, and with fear. In short, they were filled with human sacrifices. Shrine maidens were put in these reliquaries to protect the locals by appeasing the Shadow Spring. The Shadow Spring served as a bridge to the Netherworld. In other words, beneath the water, the source of all life, exists the Underworld. The black water came from the Underworld itself, and with it came disaster and ruin. The border between life and death was faint in that place. The Shrine Maidens were said to take on the memories of the people who came to die. This seems to be similar to spirit channeling seen in other parts of the country. To take on the memories of the dying is to share in death. The maidens glanced people's souls as they died, taking their secrets as they were sealed in the reliquaries. The shrine maidens became one with the water to connect with the people they glanced. The shrine maidens ferried people to their death via the water. The maidens of Mount Hikami presided over death, but this may have been an effort to protect those still living. Worried about what's going on in the other rooms. I should check the camera feed. There's a large radio on the counter. Looks quite old, but it still makes a noise. Oh yeah, the old Scream station, my favorite. This chapter is really, really good. I mentioned previously the surveillance chapter 8, I think it's 8, is really good because it's different to the rest of the game in that it's a bottle episode. Essentially, it is one tight knit scene that doesn't really move from the couple of rooms, but there's not a great deal you can do to protect yourself against the incoming ghosts, and I think it's really good for that. And this one takes that and remixes it so that it's slow boil madness, and I love when that's done right. The religion practiced on Mount Hikami relied on the Shrine Maidens. They were the ones guarding the border between worlds. And they had two main duties. The first one was to oversee the deaths of those who made the pilgrimage to Mount Hikami. And the second one...
And in order to preserve the water's purity, Shrine Maidens were chosen to be immortal flowers, human sacrifices, or pillars offered up to the water. They were placed inside those black boxes.
And as I was... Is that someone in the front door? Excuse me a moment. That door won't open. As I was down on the Coma 2B, I didn't like it very much. That is someone down there! Maybe don't be on a lower plane than the ghosts, yeah. Because then they'll do that. I didn't much like the Coma 2B, but you know what I did like was the opening scene of the Coma 2B, when I went, what the hell is this dating sim? What? But actually everything's slowly unraveled. And the game just fell into insanity. It was so well done. And unlike the rest of the game, honestly. So here's the thing, Kusaka, right? I've never really understood this kind of thing. Where, hey, do you know what? I want to make a movie. It's called Lilo and Stitch. Well, cool. Somebody already made that movie. It's called Lilo and Stitch. We have that movie. Go watch it. And I know why you're doing it, Disney. It's the same reason that EA is releasing, like, the Streets of SimCity soundtrack. No one's buying that, except for me. You're just releasing it because this way you get to keep the rights to it for another however long. It's like, Dick Tracy Phones In is the name of the movie. Oh, look that up. What a great movie that is. Just Warren Beatty being the most petty man in the world. It's fantastic. That's gonna be Hisoka's room. Don't mind me holding my breath every time I open that door, because the game knows it can spook me by throwing a ghost at me. No, thank you. I ain't about that. An old book has fallen on the floor. I can see the words ghost marriage. Looks to be by the folklorist Keiji Watarai. Maidens within the caskets suffer through an eternal cycle of life and death as they slowly melt into the water. To protect the mountain, the shrine maidens must endure that pain and suffering alone, until they can take no more. There is a ceremony to soothe the suffering of the maidens' souls, allowing the pillar to persist longer. This is the ghost marriage. Living men are brought to the mountain as grooms for the suffering shrine maidens. They choose their maiden, and then exchange their vows. At the moment their souls join, her soul is said to return to this world. The maiden is then placed back into her casket, groom in tow, so that she can continue to uphold the border between life and death. Until a maiden is bound by ghost marriage, she is alone. She must wait to be chosen. The ritual invokes emotions that transcend life and death. Perhaps this is part of the deep-rooted beliefs of this region, where nature is both feared and revered by the people. I'm worried about what's going on in the other rooms. I should check the cameras. I'm gonna... That's just you. I didn't get spooked that my filament lit up. I'm gonna check this mirror. I was right! Also, this is one of the bits I really, really like about Fatal Frame, like the franchise. We defeated Fuyuhi. We pushed her away. We banished her. No, we didn't. She's still here. You can't
Ahsoka,
get rid of these ghosts. They just...
Miyu, Miku, Rui.
You just push them away a little bit.
I was right to bring them back. But what will happen when the mountain loses its pillars?
I don't think that door ever opens otherwise. I've been here before. This is where the ghost marriage ceremonies were held. I think we're coming up on an important decision. quickly, chat, tab back in. I'm gonna need your input for something. I'm pretty sure. That's why they gave Hisoka a mole on her chin. Hell yeah! Maybe it's the next chapter. Cool. Ren learned of the true purpose of the rituals performed on Mount Hikami. The mountain acts as a boundary between the world of the living and that of the dead, a place at which the souls of visitors were returned to the water from which they were born. Shrine maidens absorbed the memories of the dying, and when they could take no more, they were sacrificed in reliquaries. Ghost marriages served to console and strengthen the souls of the sacrificed. Wedded couples were thrown into the darkness that leads to the netherworld. Water connects everything. Genuinely, I thought there was a choice to be made there. I guess it all happens in the next chapter. Well, I guess we'll look at the next chapter in the next chapter. Last drop. Yuri, Ren, and Miu go to meet their fates. And we'll look at the costumes in the next stream as well, because if it's just one chapter and nothing else, then what's that, 2 hours tops, and then yeah, that would be it. So there you go, we're gonna finish this in the next stream with one chapter and nothing else. Don't worry about it, it's not important. Thank you very much for watching along, everybody. Thank you very much, new friends who came in to be new friends. If you fancy, if you're feeling spicy and jaunty, Empirical Woodland and I have a Discord. Come say hello. It's we got a treehouse and penguins and Bob and Zelda themed emotes. What a cutie that Bob. Anyway, do come back to. Speaking of, come back tomorrow. We're gonna keep it on going with The Legend of Bob Twilight Princess. This game is very, very red. That game is very, very brown. And yeah, so come back for that. I should raid someone. I'm about to end the stream. Hang on. Let's go say hello to... Do you know what? I made a mistake. Did I say A3? It's rated 3M is the person who I was talking about before. So let's go say hello, not to them. Let's go say hello to Scooby. Because do you know what Scooby did? Scooby made a Silent Hill 2 reference, which means that she is my best friend forever. It's gonna be a pain editing the ending out. Oh, it sure is. Come back tomorrow for Zelda. Bye.